Omer Meyer's been doing a little media tour, I believe, with I don't know for sure. I'm gonna botch the attribution on this, and I apologize ahead of time, but I think he's been doing some interviews with folks back home, media sources back in Israel. And I could be wrong on the origin of this, but a bunch of Purdue fans sent us links to transcripts of this. I guess the Boiler Burner Twitter account put an English transcript up of Omer's interviews that he's been conducting with an account on Twitter called at NivBin12, who I believe was the interviewer here. So this is interesting because we know Omer the player. We've watched a ton of him this summer, but I don't know anything about his personality. It's kind of hard with the culture shock and just, coming over to America, kid from Israel. We don't even really know much about him as a human being yet. I'm sure Purdue will let us know more about that as time goes on. But I've enjoyed these interviews because I feel like you actually do get a sense for who Omer the person is, his recruitment, some basics on how he ended up at Purdue. And then his personality too. He's got a little sense of humor here, and I think he's going to end up being one of our favorites the more we get to know about him. But the important thing that I pulled out from this interview with Omer Meyer is the deal that he signed to end up at Purdue. And this is what Meyer told the interviewer. He said he did not know how much money he was going to make at Purdue. His agent closed the deal with his dad. He had two other offers when he committed to Purdue. Those two offers came from Duke and from Auburn, and both of those options offered more money than Purdue. John Shire even played professionally for Maccabi Tel Aviv. So there were connections. Duke and Auburn, two teams in the Final Four last year, made a run at Omer, but Omer ended up preferring the situation at Purdue, turned down the higher financial offers, and took the deal at Purdue. He goes on in this interview to list a lot of different elements of his thoughts on this that is very honest and transparent. He talks about how he was nervous about playing with Braden Smith. Apparently, Matt Painter and staff said, "We've got the best guard in college basketball. Come play with him." And Omer's reaction at first was, "You have the best guard? Why do you need me? I want to play." So Purdue had to sell him on, we want two ball handlers, and this is what we're going to do. Um, but he was really skeptical, and he talked at length about this. Apparently, when his decision was up in the air, and he was still feeling like, well, they've already got their guy. Why do they need me? It was a text from Braden Smith that convinced him how bad Purdue really wanted him. So with that hanging in the balance, Braden reached out and said, "Listen, man, we need you. We want you." And that's what sealed the deal and convinced Omer Meyer to take less money from Purdue than Duke and Auburn offered. There's a bunch more great stuff in this interview. You should go at minimum read the transcript, but go support the original interviewee as well. What do you think of this, Cart?
So he he was a little bit shocked that they wanted him, and Matt Painter and the crew probably had to sell him on like you're gonna play, right?
Sounds that way.
Now I'm a little bit shook because I thought there was no way in this world that Paint would actually start Mayer to start the season. But this quote has me thinking that there's wait a minute. Matt Painter didn't do the P word, did he? He
Wait a
doesn't do
second.
those. He doesn't do those.
Matt Promiser?
Matt Promiser?
Are promises being made by the one and only unpromising Matt Painter to get a talented
Hashtag
player into his program?
hashtag Matty Warchest, hashtag Painter Promise.
Wait, Cart, can we break do they call it the third wall, fourth wall, something? Can we break the wall for a second? Can we talk directly to our audience?
Please.
Okay, I'd like you to stare into the camera. Let's look directly at our Purdue fan audience for a second. Purdue fans, can you let us know now that this has happened? Do you like it more when your coach doesn't promise things and loses players and then takes a victory lap about his integrity? Or do you like it more when your coach promises playing time to talented players and gets them, and you become the number one team in the country. Let us know which one you like more. I feel like this
Please,
option worked
please,
out pretty good.
please comment down below, like and subscribe.
I feel like this worked out pretty good for Purdue, and it's a testament to Painter and a credit to him for revising his approach to make this pitch, right? Because look, I didn't know this. I remembered there were rumors that Duke was sniffing around, but I didn't know that flat out Duke and Auburn offered him more money. Like I'm impressed Purdue was able to seal the deal here.
So let's bring it back full circle here. Um, so he said that it was mainly his agents and his father that were in contact with the schools, not Omer himself.
I mean, if you take him at his word here, and remember, this has been put through Google Translate or whatever.
Yeah, but so that's the thing. I do take him at his word. I don't take him at his agent and his father's word because Auburn and Duke, maybe Duke, I don't know, because the whole LinkedIn premium thing. But I don't think Auburn. I don't. I had the hardest time actually thinking that there was more money offered. I'm sorry that he turned down. Wait, he said he turned down more money, or there was more money offered by Purdue than the other two.
There was more money from Duke and Auburn, and he chose Purdue. This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs or maybe college football labs because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a two-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com. Go check it out.
Okay, that makes sense then. Sorry that I got mixed up a little bit there. Um, I mean, look, maybe it's interesting to hear that though, because like I feel like in these recruitments, like money is a thing, role is a thing. It seems like winning might matter to Meyer as well, but like also Duke and Auburn would have been good situations to win as well. So I think this is just credit to Matt Painter and possibly him making a pitch and making a promise and Braden following up as well. Like that means a lot. It feels like, a lot of Purdue players and former players have been played very integral parts in their recruiting that they've done this summer with players in the portal, especially, or in players like Omer Mayer. So, yeah, this might be my favorite version of Paint of all time. Like he's
Yeah.
just money, lies, deceit. I love it all.
What lies in deceit? I don't think there are lies in deceit. He just made a promise.
Yeah, sorry, not lies and deceit. I take that back. Please leave me alone.
You are constantly looking for a way to call Matt Painter a liar every video, and you always
I'm
fail
not. He's
somehow.
not. He's not a liar. He's not. But money and promises. I like that.
But yeah, well, yeah, there were promises made, which is great. Yeah, Painter put his big boy pants on. I feel like we've talked about this already. He's crushed the offseason, A plus offseason. It is no small feat, Card, to go toe to toe with John Shire and win a recruit. And if you think about it, honestly, this is pretty damn impressive looking back on it. Painter was simultaneously keeping Braden Smith away from Kentucky and getting Omer Mayer away from Duke at the same time. Like, isn't that actually objectively crazy?
It is kind of crazy. Yeah.
Like, he convinced two guys that were openly talking about, or at least Omer was, like, you already have your guard. Why do you need me? And he convinced two of them to basically come play together at the expense of Blue Bloods. It's really impressive. It's probably the most Impressive recruiting thing I think I've seen Painter do in my years covering this, and that's why they're the number one team in the country. Also, we have to give credit to our guy. Braden Smith is unselfish. I mean, that it sounds like without this text, he may not have ended up at Purdue.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah,
You don't buy
ah.
that?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fair to say because the outcome is what it was. But it does mean something. Like, they had the best guard in the country texting other guards saying, "We want you and need you." I think that does mean something because actually, when you think about it, like if Paint and the staff are saying this, even in the back of Omer's mind, he's probably like, okay, yeah, they're saying this, but how does Braden feel about me?
Yeah.
Like, how does Braden feel about me actually coming onto the fold? And that text actually does probably mean a lot coming from because he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He really didn't have to. So I think it does mean so. It's good to hear like, that coming. It'd be like the best post player in the country. A school's recruiting a post player, and they're like, yeah, I want you. Like it would mean something, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of superstars that just would put their head down and be like, I don't care who you getting, coach. Who am I playing with this year? Whatever. Like, are my checks cashing? How's this work? And instead, Braden has one more year left, and he spent the offseason leading into his one final year at Purdue recruiting another point guard to come play with him because he wants to win a championship and sealing the deal and ultimately convincing him because Omer flatly says, "Yeah, I didn't feel good about it. I didn't like the idea of playing with Braden Smith at first, and now here we are." So I don't know. I am very impressed with how this all came together. I don't know if you read the full rest of the transcript here, but if you haven't, can I put you on to some things that are going to make you announce that Omer Mayer is your favorite player in the country?
Can I say one more thing before we get to that point?
Sure.
When's he coming?
This week. Purdue fans have had a big debate in our Discord on when the
It's
week
thir
starts and ends.
it's Thursday.
Yeah, well, again, in our Discord, there's been Purdue fans fighting over what the first day of the week is for about 2 weeks right now. It's the most Purdue fan on brand thing possible. But maybe the week starts like next Wednesday. I don't know, and he'll be here by then.
All right. Well, I just, more tournaments, more interviews. Get to Harry's.
He's gonna get there. Okay, let me give you the things that are gonna make you, I think, anoint Omer as your favorite player in the country. In this interview, this is a legitimate thing Omer said. He talked about Ethan Berg, who is an Israeli Tennessee commit. And he said Ethan Berg told him Tennessee has the 12th best party school in America. Omer then said Purdue has 50,000 plus students. Statistically, there's going to be some good parties.
Silly Homer.
You got to love that. Do you
I,
not?
I I love that mentality. I love that he's playing the numbers game with it as well. I do appreciate that.
I mean, just committing to Purdue, talking about party school.
Yeah. I mean, Purdue's back, man.
I love it. Also, so I'm gonna be selfish and think that somehow this is tied into our video from last week. But Omer directly addressed the fact that his shot selection needs to improve and said, I need to get to the rim more. I'm settling for way too many jumpers, and the coaching staff at Purdue's talked to me about it, and we're gonna fix it.
Purdue's gonna win it all, aren't they, man?
They just don't miss right now. It's crazy. Last thing for me. So he said his plan is 2 years at Purdue. He said he like on record, I want to be here for 2 years and then the NBA. I hope after this season I am an NCAA champion and in NBA draft talks.
By the end of this season?
He said it's a 2 year plan, but then he ended the interview saying by the end of this year, I hope I'm in NBA draft talks.
Oh, if you're in the talks, I don't know if 2 year plan is gonna fly.
So we've done a good enough job like loving all of this whole video, right?
Hmm.
Can I do the like devil's advocate if I wanted to paint this as negatively as possible summary?
Yeah, and for people who are going to clip this, put that part in this before you get to the negative, the devil's advocate part.
So Purdue's all in championship or bust approach is to bring in an 18-year-old kid who's focused on the NBA draft that's on record saying he's excited to party at Purdue.
Yes. Yes.
It's going to go great.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be amazing.
It's going to go great. All I've ever wanted, by the way, is one text from Braden Smith telling him that he wants me the way he wants Omer.
It might happen, you never know.
I'm hoping out that it happens one day. I don't know.